So I got a twofer. What the hell is this? Nice Ferrari. Can't say that much for the quality of the cutscene. Oh, I recognize him. Nice wig.
Beautiful house, isn't it? I love this part of the valley. But as the saying goes, looks can indeed be deceiving. This place is for sale now. Nobody's buying. Not after what happened here. It's troubling because no one really knows just what did happen. I should know. Oh, I'm Dr. Turner, by the way. I'm a psychiatrist. I was close to all the players in this event. But it's as much a mystery to me as it is to anyone else. Perhaps you can help. A fresh eye and an uncluttered view. And maybe, together, we can reassemble the happenings and get a better understanding of what took place. We can only hope.
I always want these to be good. But I have no idea what I'm doing with. It's basically an interactive movie. How old is this? Was it done on film? I've done absolutely no research as a video game reviewer shouldn't do. But I can't help it. I can't help it. Going blind on these things. Now, the last one I did, where it's her story, the interrogation, again, had no idea. Oh, this looks way more like a movie. Seems like it has a bigger budget, too. Like, I don't feel like that's a drone. I feel like that's a helicopter. It could be a drone. I don't know. Not even sure when this was produced. It is based on a novel. And Rob handled the game. We have David Wheeler to thank for the narrative. See how the acting is.
Breakfast time.
Did you get Jody's breakfast?
Oatmeal and raisins, like always.
She loves her oatmeal.
Yeah, she certainly does. I see you're starting a new project. What's it going to be this time?
It's a sweater for Jody.
Thought so. It's her favorite color.
Yes, it is.
Allison, do you remember the nurse we discussed?
The nurse for Jody?
Yeah,
Michael, I told you I can take care of Jody myself.
I know, but Dr. Turner thinks it would be best if we just...
Michael, please.
He thinks it would be best for Jody. And
It has
that's
to
what
be
we both want,
90s.
isn't it? What's best for Jody? Allison?
Early 90s.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Good. The nurse is coming today.
Today?
Yes, her name is Mrs. Randolph.
Is she gonna live here with us?
For a while, till things get a little better.
Jody's not gonna like her.
I think she'll be very helpful. And then maybe I can get back to work.
And leave us here alone with her?
What's going on? Who
Give
is
it a
this?
chance, okay? Let's see what happens.
I'm a little intrigued. A little bored.
Allison. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Am I supposed to do something? Oh. Fuck me, I'm watching a 90s movie. I love FMV shit.
This man says it's a $50 fare from the airport.
Lady, it's 25 miles. $2 a mile.
Mrs. Randolph?
Yes. Am I being overcharged?
I'll take care of it.
She's some piece of work.
I wouldn't tip him. He doesn't deserve it.
Thanks for your trouble.
Thanks, man.
I already don't like that bitch.
Good luck.
Michael Overton.
Something wrong, Mr. Overton?
You're not quite what I expected.
What did you expect?
You're very young.
I'm qualified for the job.
Dr. Turner said your qualifications were excellent.
But you disagree?
I just expected someone with more experience.
I've been a psychiatric nurse for 6 years, and I'm a licensed psychotherapist.
I'm sorry. You just don't look like a Mrs. Randolph to me. I was expecting an older person, maybe a semi-retired widow or something.
If in your opinion I'm unsuitable, then I'll leave.
No, I don't.
On the other hand, if I don't fit your image of a Mrs. Randolph, then why don't you just call me Catherine and let's get on with it?
Okay, Catherine. Let me show you your room.
Thank you.
Oh, what part do I get to play a game?
It's up the stairs.
I wanted to watch a shitty B movie.
Turn right at the top. It's at the end of the hall.
Is this one of those things where I'm supposed to pay attention to every word? Because, ugh. It's called Tender Loving Care.
Hope you like it.
It'll do.
We had the entire house remodeled last year. It's my parents' place. I inherited it after my father died
When
Probably
was
important.
a couple years ago.
I see. I'm looking forward to meeting your wife,
She thinks you're here to take care of our daughter.
Jody.
Yes. Jody, you know the situation?
Of course. I'd, like to change first.
When you wear a nurse's uniform or something?
No, but I brought one. In this case, it's appropriate. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to get started.
We'll be downstairs in the living room if you need us.
Interesting. I wonder why Michael was so taken aback with Catherine's appearance. He said she wasn't what he expected, but he seemed to be saying that if a woman has a Mrs. in front of her name, she should be older. Now, what does that say about Michael? Or does it say anything? Now, there are some other points that I'm not clear about, and I could use some help. I'd appreciate it if you take the time to express your opinion about some of the things we've just seen. A few simple questions.
Well, I'd be glad. Well, a survey? Okay.
I can change my mind about an important issue with...
Oh, you're trying to... You're trying to see how I am? Yeah, let's make it fast.
What emotion do you feel most strongly toward Catherine? How did you feel when Catherine began undressing in front of Michael? I don't keep a diary because I'm afraid somebody might read it and find out what kind of person I am. Which of the following terms best describes Catherine? Was it inappropriate for Michael to question Catherine's qualifications? I may do something slightly dangerous if I'm in the mood.
I'm being boring.
I like to watch people doing intimate things.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. So, like, was it going to make the game boring or what? That old ass phone.
Hi, I'm Randy Vixen. Welcome to 1-900 Hot Licks.
Remember
Get ready for the
1-900
call of your
numbers?
life. You have chosen fantasy number 17.
I've
Naughty
never
Nurse
called.
Nellie.
Hello there. I'm the night nurse. My name is Nurse Nellie Naughton. You can just call me Nellie. When I'm not working at the hospital, I'm an erotic dancer. I have legs like a Barbie doll, but my hair is fiery red and curly. I have sensuous lips that long to be kissed, and my full breasts are just aching to get out of this oh-so-tight uniform. Do you like what you see? Good. I thought you would. Now,
I
it's
didn't
time
specify.
for your sponge bath. Oh, why don't you sit up? Oh, that's good. Now I'm going to have to take off your gown. There we go. Oh, look at those shoulders. You must work out. And oh, that's some scar. I like a man with scars. Now, just lie there and relax. I need to wring out this sponge. Oh, doesn't that sponge feel cool and clean?
Is this what
where it
they were?
touches your
Is this
skin?
what one? The reason I say I'm not
I'm
familiar
washing your chest
with 1-900,
and your stomach.
but
and
my phone bill
my,
went up to
my, what have we
almost
here?
$1,000
Looks
off
like
of
I've
a
got
prank.
more and more to clean every minute.
But it wasn't
Does
mine.
that
It
feel
was
good?
one of
Oh, yes.
Ex's, so
Yes, it
fuck her.
feels so good. It feels so
But
good.
I don't think it was all phone sex lines. It was psychics.
I'm gonna need more soap.
And I
There
had
we
a
go. Oh, it's so
sneaky
slippery
suspicion
and
that my
warm.
mom
You're going to be the cleanest
was calling
patient
Madam
in the
Cleo
entire
or
wing.
something.
You're so hot. I think you've got a little fever. I can feel the heat coming right off your body. Oops. I dropped the sponge. I guess I'll just have to use my hand. Hold on while I put on a rubber glove. Oh, do you like that? Of course you do. Oh, relax. Oh, there you go. Almost done. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Oh. Clean as a whistle. You're my most favorite patient. I'll see you tomorrow night.
I will say something about that. I don't have the imagination. Now, granted, when you were a kid, porno mags and all that had to do, but like...
When you've concluded this test, you will return to the story. Do you wish to proceed?
Exploration for this episode will end when you take the test. I guess.
Why is this man eating alone? Is this man married?
Oh.
Do you like to look in people's windows at night?
Yeah.
A fitting caption for this painting might be...
Don't leave me alone.
At least once in my life, I have felt as if I was living in an alternate reality. The liquid will...
These are weird questions. It's already coming out, so it's going to go between her ass crack.
The man is whispering...
Give me a bite of that apple. Gee, your hair smells ever. He's going
The
full
woman is thinking...
I am fishing. Forgot to wind the clock. Hope he doesn't get drunk tonight.
I would most like to see a painting in which...
I like that.
Allison.
What does it mean, though?
Allie, the nurse is here.
Did you say something, Michael?
I said the nurse is here.
Oh,
She's very good.
is she?
She has excellent qualifications.
Jody's not gonna like her. She's gonna be afraid of her, and she's not gonna like her.
It's just gonna be it.
Hello, Allison.
Allison, this is the nurse.
I'm Catherine. Hi. I'm here to help you. I know what you've been through.
Please, have a seat.
You have a beautiful house.
It was my family's farmhouse, but we don't do any farming anymore. So, have you spent much time in the country before?
No, not really.
Well, you're in for quite an experience. And at first you're gonna miss all the noise and the hubbub, but...
It's a lovely place, but I'm not here for a vacation, Mr. Overton.
I understand that.
This is the first time we've had a stranger come live with us. I know exactly how you feel. When I was a little girl, we had to have a nurse live in our house to take care of my mother who'd suffered a stroke. How horrible. Yes, but out of bad things, good things can come. That's what
This only makes me
become a nurse.
curious as to how many
I saw the
scenes they
tremendous
filmed
good you can do for other people if they'll let you.
to dissuade our perception
We will.
of said
Won't we, Michael?
nurse.
Well, yes. Yes, of course we will.
I'm glad to hear that. I'd like to talk to you about Jody and what happened. Perhaps you could excuse us for a few minutes, Mr. Overton?
This is an interactive porno. I do apologize.
Sure.
I
That's
just
okay with
realized
you,
I'm
honey.
20 minutes in.
Of course. It's all right,
And
Michael.
I've kind of played the game for maybe 2 minutes.
I'm going to bed now.
You and Catherine finish your talk?
She was tired. She had a long day.
So where is she now?
I don't know.
I was just going to give me a
Around
bunch
my
of questions
stores.
to make him bad.
She didn't want to speak to me first?
No?
I wonder if I'm the good guy, do I win the game or lose the game?
So how was it?
How was what?
Your talk with Catherine.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. So does that mean that you're happy that she's here?
Of course I'm happy, Michael. Why wouldn't I be happy to have professional help for Jody?
But I thought... I mean... It's very good, honey. It's the right
Plot twist. She hooks up with the
You know,
nurse.
If this works out, I may be able to go back to work sooner than I thought.
That'd be fine.
I thought
I just
you had a
don't
problem
give a
with me leaving
shit. That's the only thing. I don't give a shit.
I think it would be good for you to go back to work.
How can I end the game?
Don't forget to say goodnight to Jody.
About pissing her off? Trying to hit on the nurse? Is that how you win the game? I was just doing a study on the Philips CDI, I think it was. But I did the haunted game with. What was Philips CDI? Uh-oh. I chose to look in somebody's window. And I got boobers. This is a porn game, damn it. It's not even a game, but it's kind of an interactive movie.
I didn't hear you say goodnight to Jody.
I think she's asleep. I didn't want to disturb her.
She's awake. I heard her right before you came in.
Okay, I'll be right back. Good night, Jody. Have good dreams.
I'm curious, is it cut any other way? Like, am I just watching it straight through? He's like, I'm aroused, but you're
Nice, honey.
sleepy.
That was impressive. The way Catherine immediately seemed to penetrate Allison's shell and make contact. I have to admit that she gained more of Allison's confidence in a few minutes than I did in 6 months. Wonder what I was doing wrong. Maybe it's because she's a woman, though I prefer not to think in those terms. But God, she did look like an angel of mercy when she appeared in that white uniform, didn't she?
I don't want to discuss
What
that.
about that performance at the window? It almost seemed as if she knew that Michael was out there. What do you think?
Definitely know she was out there.
Nurses like to boss people around.
Oh, yeah.
I would trust the mental health of myself or a loved one to a psychiatrist.
Nope.
Which of the following terms best describes the way Catherine appeared in her uniform? My drives might be put in the following order. Strongest first.
I don't want to make it boring, so, like... I like to sleep.
Had Michael fantasized about Catherine before she appeared undressed in front of her window?
No.
Is Catherine trustworthy?
No.
God has an influence on my life.
Nobody tells me what to do, not even me. What's your journal? Okay.
When you've concluded this test, you will return to the story. Do you wish to proceed?
I don't know.
Sometimes I like to touch myself. Sometimes I dream about death and sex. The following caption best describes this painting.
Just put an erotic show for the king. I think we're going very modern there.
Who is this couple?
I don't even know what's going on
here.
Weird.
I would like to see her thrust the knife into her body.
Ow!
Is oral sex a crime?
Depends on what state you're in.
There is so much nudity in art because...
A naked body is beautiful. Sex is always on the minds.
Which surface of the stone would you most like to touch? The boy kissing the woman is...
The boy kissing the woman. And this is weird.
Most people equate sex with death.
I don't know about that.
Would you like to watch these women having sex?
Good Lord. This just got weird.
I thought you were still sleeping.
I've been going over your wife's medication.
Like, just got weird.
And I think that using
that
Valium
weird.
as a depressant and Seconal as a sleeping pill is overkill. Ideally, we should wean her off of all medication.
It's more like a doctor's decision, don't you think?
I will consult with Dr. Turner on this, of course. Is she awake?
No. She sleeps late most mornings. By the time I bring her breakfast up, she's usually awake.
That's a mistake.
What is?
You're keeping her too comfortable and secure in her condition. We need to bring her out to a more active and self-rewarding existence. I take it you didn't always make breakfast.
There's a number of things I do now that I didn't do before. Allison hasn't cooked or baked a thing since Jody. Since the accident.
I'm basically
Your
making
wife is desperately holding on
this
to the past. But by you doing
porno,
things that you never
well,
did before, you're helping her to create an unreal world.
whatever it is,
A world of
more or
illusion.
less edited.
Where she
I
doesn't
think.
do the things she did before and is actually losing her grip on the past.
Makes
This
sense.
is some Cinemax shit.
Wonder why Dr. Turner never put it that
Well,
way.
no.
Just trust me, please. I have a lot of
Because I haven't
experience with
seen
people in
no
her state
soft
of
core
mind.
yet.
We need to change things. Starting now.
Starting now,
You're not
how?
intending to do anything shocking, are you?
No. Just go upstairs and tell her it's time we all had breakfast.
It might be too abrupt.
It's not too abrupt. She'll understand that you have a stranger in the house and you want to make a good impression.
The mornings are always the worst. The depression, it's overbearing.
Do you want me to do it?
No. I'll do it.
Good.
I feel like if they would cut the
Tell her
scenes
that
a
I'd
little
like to
shorter
discuss Jody's breakfast.
and make... What did she say? And make you make decisions more often. Then you have to film a ton of more scenes. Uh-oh. You noticed that? And did she say she was listening to the Jonas Brothers? Yeah, like I wonder how much, because this wasn't a big download. But there.
Allison. The nurse is down in the kitchen and she wants breakfast. She wants to discuss Jody's breakfast with you.
Jody's breakfast? Yes.
Looks like they got a lot of cameras.
Well, Catherine's certainly doing her job, isn't she? She seems to be having the right effect on Allison, but I'm not sure about the way she's affecting Michael. What about that bit of business under the table? Do you think she did that on purpose?
You're a perv.
Michael appears to be a little confused. I must admit, so am I.
Sometimes I wish I could control another person with the power of my mind.
Why not?
Which of the following terms best describes Allison? A young person should be able to have sex at whatever age they feel comfortable. Prescription drugs are always good as long as they are prescribed by a doctor. Catherine can only relate to men on a sexual level. I have bowel problems.
Damn right. Zohag shot me here. I have bowel problems and shot me here.
When you've concluded this test, you will Where is this couple now?
They're ghosts.
The berries symbolize dressing little boys up like girls will make them into homosexuals. The figure in the shadows of the room is...
Figure in the shadows? A ghost.
People who are cruel to animals should be severely punished.
Very true.
Will the dead rise from the ground on Judgment Day?
No.
Men who wear robes are... You can tell that
beats her daughter, loves her daughter. Wow. I'm not spoiled. I can't tell anything.
will the lion ever really lie down with the lamb?
No.
Good morning.
These are crazy questions.
Sorry,
Do
I
they
slept
have
so late.
anything to do?
Yes, well, we have to get on a schedule, so it's best we start right away.
Okay.
You can go upstairs and get dressed, Mr. Overton. We'll call you when we're ready.
Well, go on, Michael. Michael.
All right.
Didn't feel like a cut. Feels like I'm just watching some shitty ass B movie.
What's up?
Allison wants you to do that later.
Why? I'm almost finished and it's supposed to rain.
It would be really helpful to me if you could do it later.
What possible difference could it make?
Jody's trying to take a nap and you're keeping her awake.
What are you doing?
Shh, lower your voice. I told Allison that I'd give Jody a sponge bath. In the beginning, it's going to be very important for me and for you to follow through and do the things we say we're going to do. I have to win her complete confidence. You understand that?
No, of course.
After you shower and change, I have a list of groceries I want you to get.
We don't need anything. I went shopping yesterday.
I guess this is the kind of gaming night it's gonna be. Just watching, answering some questions. It may or may not have anything to do with what's going on.
Hi, Mrs. Greenstreet. I know I don't have an appointment, but I really need to speak with Dr. Turner for just a minute.
He's with a patient.
Well, can I wait?
He's got a very tight schedule.
I'll just be a few minutes.
He's due at the state hospital immediately after this appointment, and he's running
Go
late.
meet him over there.
It's important that I see him very briefly.
Is this an emergency? Is your wife with you?
No, I just came from...
Then perhaps I can schedule an appointment for you.
No, look, it is an emergency. I really need to talk to him.
Please have a seat. And when he's through with his session, I'll ask when he can see you.
Thank you.
So they have some directorial control. It's one of those things where it's gonna take like.
What are you looking at?
Yeah. Pervert. It's one of those things where it's gonna take shit ton longer. Oh, there you go.
Mr. Oldham insisted on seeing you. I told him you were fully booked, but he said it's an emergency.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, Michael. Come on in.
Joke's on me, right?
Sit down. What's wrong, Michael?
I'm sorry. It's really not an emergency. Just the only way I could get Mrs. Greenstreet to agree to let me stay.
She tries to keep me on schedule. So, what's up?
Well, the therapist has arrived.
I know. She called me.
Oh, she did? Well, she never told me. She was critical of Allison's medication.
We did discuss it. But now that she's there, then I think we stand a good chance of getting Allison off some of the drugs.
Then you agree with her?
You don't?
I didn't think she was qualified to make those decisions. But I didn't want to appear critical of her either.
I understand. She is very experienced dealing with people in trauma. How does Allison feel about her?
Oh, much better than I expected.
Well, that's a good thing, then.
Well, I suppose.
You don't like her, is that it?
No, it's not that I
Holy
don't
shit.
like her.
I'm
Has there
sorry.
been
But
some kind of problem?
Her methods seem
one
unorthodox.
tit shot does not warrant
How
this
so?
fucking.
Well, she's very authoritarian, for one thing. She's virtually bossing me around in my own house.
Yes. Catherine is used to a lot of responsibility. She was a head nurse at a very young age. She is extremely intelligent, you know.
Although her name is Mrs. Randolph, I get the feeling she no longer has a husband.
Divorced quite recently.
Yeah. Guess she's better at solving other people's problems than her own.
The failure of a partnership should not be a condemnation of the people involved, Michael. Sometimes things are just not meant to be.
Of course.
Yeah, like me
I
finishing
don't know
this
why I said that.
game.
Is there anything
Holy
else?
shit. I don't even
Yes,
care.
the most important point, actually. She
I'm
seems
trying
to
to
be
make it
humoring
to
Allison too
45
much.
minutes.
Humoring her?
Yeah, I guess I expected her to be dealing in reality, but she just seems to be fostering the illusion. I mean, I just think she's going about it all wrong.
Well, she is very experienced at this sort of thing. You've been dealing with Allison's condition for what? 6 months now?
Yeah, just over.
Let's take a
She has an
boring
enormous
ass
task.
movie,
And a
try
major
to
step
cut it into
would be for her to gain Allison's
pieces, and have this guy
That's what
walk
she says.
on, which I noticed
Well, she's not
was,
lying.
you know,
Well, I'm
blue
sure
screened
she
a little
isn't.
bit. I mean, that gave it some interactiveness.
I guess you think it's dumb for me to be so worried.
Oh, of course not. But you must try not to feel so anxious. We're watching the situation very closely.
I like that. Try not to be anxious.
Well, thanks for your time.
That's the best advice you can give somebody.
Strange seeing yourself like that. I thought I handled it rather well, though, don't you? I mean, if I knew then what I know now, I might have altered my approach somewhat, but given the circumstances, I think my responses to Michael's concerns were, well, appropriate, to say the least.
So you're diagnosing
Wouldn't
your
you
own
agree?
boring movie. Good lord.
Catherine's methods definitely seem unorthodox.
Canada, something unorthodox. Oh, I agree.
When it comes to abortion,
I'm just done. But yeah.
how do you feel